friends, once again, so it was just we just completed the introductions and we got a little stretched up in the introduction, so we are kind of like a few minutes late for this session. And this is a talk by Coates, Mr. Halil Damit from Coates. Uh, the topic is redesigning threads for a green future by Halil Damit, whom you already met, all of you. He's a textile and industrial engineer and graduated from college and has been working in Coates from 2008. He took different responsibilities in Coates as a technical manager, technical expert, and lastly technical service manager. He completed his master's degree at Bigley University in 2010 and in business management. He also supports other Coates countries as a subject matter expert in denim and garments dye segments. May I welcome Halil to join us for this talk? And can you raise your hand, please, Halil, so that I can invite you to the talk?
Hi, Sandeep. Can you see me and can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. And once again, welcome. And I would like to thank you again. And I hope that everybody is able to see and hear Halil clearly. So because we already got a bit delayed, Halil, so I'll just a minute.
Yes, Sandeep. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I'll leave it to you because we're already late. So, I'll leave you to carry on the conversation, and you please start. So, because we're a bit of late, so
okay.
Let's go ahead.
If you can see my slide, by the way, there is no problem, and I will start it.
Yeah, please. Yeah, it's there.
Okay. Thank you so much, and welcome everybody again. And this is Halil from Coates, and I am technical service manager. Thank you so much. Very good introduction. And today we will be talking about redesigning thread for a green future and what's happening in Coates for sustainability side and innovation side. And let me start with an overview about our company profile. Who is Coates? Coates is established in 1755, and we are going on to produce our sewing threads around 250 years. And now we are the number one sewing thread manufacturers all around the world. And we have basically two main divisions. The first one is apparel and footwear, and the second one is performance materials. And we will talk about mostly apparel and footwear side in our other slides. That's why in this slide, I want to mention about performance materials. We are also producing and supplying some technical textiles and for personal protection and transportation, telecoms and energy cables, oil and gas sectors, and household and recreation expertise. And when we focus on the product mix under the apparel and footwear side, we are firstly supplying sewing threads and yarns for all apparel industry. And secondly, we are supplying zip fasteners, especially under the Opti brand. And we are supplying also some trims, reflective tapes and interlinings. And also, we are supplying some composite solutions for footwear industry. And lastly, you can see Coates Digital. Coates Digital now is a part of Coates PLC. Coates acquired 3 software company and under the Coates Digital. For example, one of the product is Fast Track, is planning software, and the second one is GST, optimizing laboring and high efficiency productivity, and it is related to standard minute values. And IntelliY and IntelliCut, it's related to fabric cutting, and it's work with artificial intelligence, and it reduces your fabric wastage as well. All of these softwares under the Coates Digital. And innovation is our vital point for Coates, because during these 250 years, Coates every time and always produced and developed new developments, new threads. And now we invested 3 innovation hubs all around the world. The first one is in USA, the second one is Bursa, Turkey, and the third one is Shenzhen in China. And you can see some pictures from our innovation hubs. By the way, we are waiting for you, all of you, to our innovation hubs. Our innovation hubs doors are opened every time for our customers, for brands, for our other stakeholders in this sector. We are open the brainstorming sessions always. Innovation is everything for us, as I said before. And responsibility and sustainability. And as you can see here in the slide, those are our priorities in quotes. And water is a big priority for us because we are dyeing lots of polyester and cotton threads, and we are trying to achieve 40% water reduction in our dye house and other production units. And energy is also important for us, and we are converting to our facilities to renewable energy, and we are aiming 7% energy reduction. And also, we are a member of Zero Discharge of Hazardous Chemicals, and we are trying to meet their standards in every unit. And in social, we are encouraging our all employees for involving our community activities every time, and we are trying to achieve great and safe place to work in all codes units. And leaving sustainability side, we announced this in the past months and in the last years, to all society. And by 2024, we will convert all our premium polyester threads from virgin to recycled polyesters, 100% recycled polyesters by 2024. This is a huge target for us. And we will only use plastic bottle-based recycled polyester source in our threads. And also, we are trying to achieve 25% reduction in our waste in our facilities. And we have been a participant of an United Nations Global Compact, and since 2019, and our all targets are aligning our strategy to these 10 principles in terms of human rights and labor, environment, and anti-corruption. And you can see other works in the pictures in these slides. And let's pass to talk about our sustainable products and our eco journey. And actually, we have started our eco journey maybe 10 years ago. And last times we checked that when we will launch our first recycled threads, and actually 10 years ago we had launched our first recycled threads, and from that day to now, and we are spreading this logic to our another threads. And our recycled polyester thread brand is Ecover, and it is 100% recycled. And as the production processes, you know that the first step is collection of the bottles from consumers, from environment, and then cutting them into the flakes and melting the flakes, and the standard thread manufacturer's process is starting. And from the flakes to the end, we checked every detail, every process of the thread manufacturing, and there is no any significant difference between virgin polyester and recycled polyester threads in terms of strength, in terms of elongation, or other features. And that's why we decided to convert our old threads from virgin to recycled polyester, especially in our premium quality, by 2024. And this means that you can trust the quality. There is no any quality differences. And beside this, beside compromising quality, without compromising quality, you will use the recycled threads, and you will support the collection of the plastic bottles from the environment. And let's take a look at our recycled thread process, and with the numbers especially, how we support the environment with our recycled threads. And if we want to focus on our Ecoverde product range, as you can see, we can produce threads and yarns and zips and trims in our Ecoverde range as the recycled threads. And we will mention about threads more in the next slides. That's why I would like to mention about yarns, zips, and trims. For example, we can produce and we can supply to the knitwear fabric market as our recycled polyester yarn. And besides this, as you know, we are using some woven tapes in our zips, and we can also produce recycled polyester materials for producing the tapes of the zips. And in the trim side, we can supply 100% recycled polyester interlinings, and in the reflective tape side, we can also produce recycled reflective tapes under the Signal Ecoverde. And let's focus on the product range, especially related to denim sites. And here you can see all type of threads in our sustainable products. Epic Ecoverde, Gramax Ecoverde, Simsoft Ecoverde, Gral Ecoverde, and others. And first of all, we will focus on our Epic brand. Epic is currently our polyester core span threads. It is 100% polyester, and the center of thread is continuous filament core, and it is wrapped by staple span polyester. And now it is available, it is recycled version under the Epic Ecoverde. And the most of denim manufacturers are using Epic currently, and now time to convert these Epics to the Epic Ecoverde, because we have a range of size for available for the denim operations. And you can use all the Epic Ecoverde threads for different operations on the denim. And secondly, we can focus on our dual duty. Dual duty is also a core span thread, and the center of thread is continuous filament polyester, and it is wrapped by cotton. And now it is available, dual duty Ecoverde. The center of thread is 100% recycled polyester, and it is wrapped by better cotton, BCI cotton, and that's why it's a sustainable way of the dual duty. And why denim manufacturers are preferring dual duty Ecoverde or dual duty? Because due to cotton wrap structure, and it can look more hairy and more matte and more natural. That's why denim manufacturers and designers prefer to use it. And after the washing effect, especially, it can fade out and it can look vintage look effect. And in the next slides, we will mention about lasering as well. And also dual duty Ecoverde will be a good choice for the lasering operations. And the Gral is continuous filament polyester thread, and now it is available Gral Ecoverde, continuous filament recycled polyester, and in very tough stitches, in very tough and difficult, harsh washing downs. And in order to reduce your repair rates or thread breakages problem, and you can also use Gral Ecoverde. And also it is available in staple span polyester, and it is Astra Ecoverde, 100% recycled staple span polyester. And you know that staple span polyester threads normally are not being suggested so critical stitches onto the denim garments. We can only advise this thread for inner overlocks. And if you want to use SSP threads, staple span threads in the sustainable way, and Astra Ecoverde is also available in our product range. And Trecherki Vero and Vero Plus, it is 100% sustainable cotton. And you know that we are still going on to use cotton threads in our industry, in denim side, in garment dye side especially. And Coats Trecherki, what is the difference of Coats Trecherki, Vero and Vero Plus from the other cotton threads? It is BCI cotton, it is better cotton, and it is a sustainable way of the cotton threads. And you can also this threads in garment dye business currently. And beside this, if you want to use it as colored in the denim garments, you can use it also in rinse and enzyme wash only, because at the end of the day, this is a cotton thread, and cotton threads, we cannot reach out good strength and good elongation properties. That's why we are only suggesting using of this thread in the denim side, in rinse wash, in rigid fabrics, in enzyme washing fabrics. And Trecherki Vero Plus is C2C cotton, and we are using some special dye stuffs according to it is meeting some eco-friendly dye stuff expectations. And also, we can mention about some other sustainable solutions. Some of them are still, we are working on it. You have seen Ecover range. It is 100% recycled thread, but beside this, we are launching Eco Region. It is 100% lyocell thread. It is regenerated cellulosic fiber. And as you know, instead of cotton as a sustainable way, we will prefer more to use lyocell threads instead of cotton in the market, because it is more eco-friendly production conditions comparison to cotton. And in the next months, we will launch our Eco Region brand. And Eco B, it is very interesting thread. And as you know, in standard polyester threads are not biodegrading in a short time, maybe 100 years it takes, but this is accelerated biodegradation polyester, and it will biodegrade in maximum 2 years, like the other cellulosic fibers. And it will also a good option for the recycling process. And lastly, we are working on still EcoCycle, and it is water dissoluble thread. And you know that in recycling process, it is very hard to remove the stitches from the garment and disassembling the garment. And at this point, when you use this thread in logically, and consumer can have some washings with high heat and with the water, and the thread dissolubles easily, and you can remove the stitches from the garments easily. And this is very interesting improvement for us as well. And now time to talk about little bit productivity, because we are not separating the productivity from the sustainability. Yes, sustainability does not mean that only using the sustainable products. As you know, in our production conditions, reducing our repair rates and sewing and washing the garments correctly for the first time is very important. Otherwise, they are consuming lots of water again for repairings, and second quality rates can be high. That's why collecting and selecting the correct threads is very crucial for us in terms of our sustainability in productivity. That's why I want to start with color change problem, excessive color change problem. And as you know, in the denim industry, we are applying some different chemicals for washing the garment in order to reach bleach effect. For example, we are using hypochlorite, potassium permanganate, and in the bulk production, most of laundries are using activators for getting the duration shorter, and all of these chemicals can cause the excessive color changes of polyester materials. It is not only polyester threads, it is available also in the zip tapes, in the label, in the interlinings as well. And what Coats did do, and we developed Epic Rugged thread, and also it is Ecoverde version is available now. And when you use Epic Ecoverde Rugged, either you will use a sustainable thread, recycled thread, or you will reduce the color change, excessive excessive color change problems after the washing. Because when you use rugged thread and after the heavy washing process, of course, it will change its color, but less than the standard polyester, and at least your blue color will not turn to reddish like the standard polyester thread. This is a new development, and you can use Epic Ecover Rugged for having minimum and having less color change after the washing process. And I will mention about continuous filament polyester usage in denim. Normally, you know that the denim designers prefer to use little bit coarse span thread usage because in coarse span threads, the outside of thread is staple spun and it looks more hairy and accordingly it looks more natural. And the continuous filament polyester looks shiny, but in some type of stitches, especially in some operations, we also need this thread. For example, continuous filament polyester abrasion resistance is very good and it is strong and elongation is good. For example, in waistband chain stitches, and in every time we can face thread breakage problem in the looper thread because it is on the edge of the fabric and it can rub garment to garment or garment to the washing machine, and that's why you can face some thread breakage problem. And if you use Graal or Graal Ecoverde continuous filament polyester, you will also reduce thread breakage problem after these operations. And also, I would like to mention about stretch fabrics. And from the 2012, stretch fabric trends is getting popular, more popular, and it will go on this trend. And in the stretch fabrics, in the stretch denim fabrics, stitch areas are very important for reducing returning bags from the stores, from the consumers. Because if you do not consider the elongation of your thread, it can break easily in your washing process and especially in the consumer usage. And Eloflex and Nylbond are our two guns for overcoming the elongation problem in the stretch fabrics. Eloflex has 80% elongation, but we are suggesting Eloflex for only using in rinse or enzyme washes because in very heavy washing process, its durability can reduce or you can Eloflex in a very heavy washing process as only maybe bottom threads. And in nylon, it is continuous filament nylon and with the bond chemical, and this chemical protect the thread against to mechanical abrasions, especially long period stone wash and scrubbing. And at the same time, its elongation property is good. And you can also use nylon in stretch fabrics in heavy washing process as a solution thread, and you can reduce your repair rates. And in this page, you will see what kind of repair rates I am mentioning about. For example, in the stretch fabrics, you know that in the denim washing process, there is a process called as dummy blowout process, and it is swelling the garment, and with the swelling this garment with high pressure, especially you can face lots of thread breakage problem in back pocket stitches and front fly stitches because these stitches are lock stitch. And as a solution, we are offering nylon or Eloflex thread usage as the bottom thread in the back pocket stitches, and with these usage, you can reduce your repair rates from 40% to 3 or 5%. Just think about it. In every, let's say you have 100% garments and 40 pieces of them will go to repair the reason why the thread breakage problem. And at that point, when you use nylon especially, these rates will reduce 3 to 5% only. This is a big improvement in terms of the productivity. And I will mention about the lasering. And as a sustainable trend in the washing, you know that in our traditional washing, types, we are consuming water a lot and we are consuming chemicals a lot. Of course, there are some need improvements in terms of eco-friendly improvements in the traditional washing side, but lasering is replacing mechanical abrasion in the market. And you can also reach out Whisker effect, rodeo effect, and destroy effect, and patient patterning and stonewash effect by using laser only. But in this point, the thread selection is very crucial because under the laser beam, under the laser heat, all polyester threads are melting and are burning. As you can see in the first line, this is 100% polyester thread. And you can see some different degrees of lasering. These degrees are very important. And we studied our lessons very hard with the market. And when you share your laser degrees with us, we can offer you the best thread selection as well. As you can see, polyester threads are melting, but cotton threads and cotton covered threads are not melting, and it is durability against lasering is very good. That's why we are offering our dual duty threads. And as you remember from the previous slides, they are also launching dual duty Ecoverde. And when you use dual duty Ecoverde, it is cotton wrapped by polyester, it is 100% recycled, and it is lasering durability is very good, especially in the sustainable washings. That's why you can reach out 100% sustainability logic by using dual duty Ecoverde with combining lasering. And lastly, I would like to mention about our certifications, and we are membership some organizations such as Zero Discharge and BCI and Ellen MacArthur Foundation. Lastly, we membered Ellen MacArthur Foundation last month, and we are very proud of sharing this. And testing certifications, we are giving guarantee for all our apparel products for Ecotex standard 100 class 1, and we have some gold certification for some of our products, and also in the recycled product side we are giving global recycled standard. And you can see sustainability initiatives and social enterprises and system reporting as well, as you can see, such as High Index and FTSE for Good and United Nations Global Compact. And that's all for me for today. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. And if you have any questions, please feel free for asking.
I think there's some questions. You can pick them up if you want. You can see the Q&A. There are some questions over there, and in the discuss, some people also put it in the discuss side. You can take that one also if you want. In the discuss, if you click on discuss, you will see that.
Yes. And also we are waiting for everybody to our booths, and we can answer your questions with details.
Okay, I think this question is there. The biggest problem of post-consumer. Maybe you can take this one.
Okay. And Q&A session.
Okay, let me repeat this question.
Yes.
I can't see the name of the person. The biggest problem of post-consumer recycle of used jeans is polyester sewing threads. If you want to recycle, you have to take out stitch areas. If you want to remove stitch areas, it needs a lot of labor. Is there any solution to that?
So sorry, I couldn't understand, Sandeep.
The biggest problem of post-consumer recycle of used jeans is polyester sewing threads. If you want to recycle, you have to take out stitch areas. Is there any solution for that?
Yes, I mentioned about this in my presentation. As you can see, there are some dissolvable thread improvements in coats now, because in post-consumer, as you said, removing the polyester threads from the garments, it's very hard. And because modes of labors are cutting the stitch lines from the garments, but when you use dissolvable threads, its durability is very good during the life cycle, and at the end of the life cycle, when you want to disassemble it, you can apply high heat and water at the same time, and you can easily break the stitches and remove the stitches from the garment. It is possible.
Okay. Actually, we are not able to see you because probably you have to unshare your screen, then only people can see you. And I just want to thank you for. Can you unshare your screen, Halil, so that we can see you?
Yes. Which part would you like to see it? That's the soluble thread part?
No, no, no. I mean, we can't see you. We can't see you.
Okay, okay. I don't know what is the reason, but when I shared my, can you see me
So
now?
you have to stop the share. You have to stop the sharing. Then only you can come. You have to stop the share. Stop share on the bottom.
Yes.
And still we can't see you. Maybe you have your
Yes, I
camera is
have some
probably
problems about. Yes, now I think you will see it. Yes.
okay. All right. Okay. So I would like to thank you for this presentation, Halil. It was very interesting. And I think there were some questions, and you already answered that. So, I mean, if anybody has got any other questions, they can always go to Coach's booth and
Yes.
discuss with them.
Yes, we are waiting for all of you to the codes books. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Halil.
Have a
Thank you.
great day. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.